Moonies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back here. I love you guys so very much. If you're new here, my name is Julia. You can call me Mooney, whichever you prefer. Here we talk about all things witchy. We talk about spells. We practice tarot here. We read tarot. We use oracle cards. We talk to spirit and our ancestors all the time. And we most importantly love to talk about anime. So if you're interested in that type of stuff and definitely want to join the Mooney squad, then hit that subscribe button and come join the squad, and then turn on the notification bell so that way you're not missing any content. I do post up weekly on YouTube. On Wednesdays and Fridays I post my episodes, and then throughout the week I post my YouTube shorts where I'm talking about my witch tip series, so check that out there if you're interested as well. My bread and butter is Instagram, so I'm mostly on Instagram all the time, so definitely if you want to join the Mooney squad and want to chat with me, definitely follow me on Instagram at Moonies Metaphysical. As well, if you're interested, it's never expected or demanded, but if you're interested in booking a reading with me, that's also in my Instagram bio, and it's also in my YouTube bio, so if you want to check that out, go right ahead and you can purchase it on the shop, as well as with other crystals, anime crystals, incense, and all little witchy metaphysical stuff that I do have. Like I said, if you want to check it out, go check it out, but if not, then it's okay. Welcome to the Mooney squad. Either way, we love you. We appreciate you. So yeah, I just want to also mention really quickly before we get started on today's episode is on this Thursday, so that will be the 26th of October, I will be having a live where I'll be doing a live poll on my Instagram. So if you want to check that out, definitely come and join and follow Instagram. And we'll be having a live. It's just a card pull of the general energy and what's going on right now. So if you're interested in that, you want to come hang out with me, definitely, like I said, check out my Instagram. But without further ado, let's get started. So today we are talking about episode 15, and episode 15 is the Devil card. So I know sometimes some people get a little scared with the Devil card, but before we get into that, let me just talk a little bit more about this deck. This is the Sam Sawyer Reigning Rogue Tarot deck. It will be listed down below, so if you're interested, check that out. But it's more of an Animalia based deck, so this one looks like it has a swan, and the swan is caught in chains. But this is the Devil card, right? The Devil card is the 15th card in the major arcana, and it's associated with the sign Capricorn. Sorry, I had a really bad itch there for a second. Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign within the traditional zodiac wheel, you know, starting with Aries and ending in Pisces. Capricorn is the 10th sign, and Capricorn is the sea goat. A lot of times people are like, oh, Capricorn is the goat, which, yeah, it is a type of goat, but it's traditionally known as the sea goat. So that's why when you see in like the Rider-Waite tarot, which is a tarot deck that a lot of people are familiar with, is like the one that put tarot on the map kind of thing that everybody knows about. And when you Google tarot cards, it's like the first card that pops up, like the type of style. It has like the horn god, or like but it is half man half goat on the card, and it also has like bat wings on it. So it's really up to like whatever deck that you have and how they depict the sign and how they depict like what the archetypes are of the cards. But the Devil card is associated with the sign Capricorn. And as I mentioned in my other videos, if you're new here, every zodiac sign has a linked tarot card, but not all of the cards of the major arcana have a linked zodiac sign. So the Devil card is one of them because it is linked to the tarot card. The tarot card is linked to a zodiac sign. However, though, like for example, the card that follows after this one is the Tower. The Tower is not linked to a specific zodiac sign, but it is a major arcana card. Because the major arcana are the first 22 cards of a traditional tarot deck, because a traditional tarot deck has 78 cards, I believe. And it's 22 of the major arcana, and then it's 58 the minor arcana. So just to put that out there if you're new here. So now we're going to talk about the overall energy of the Devil card. A lot of times people think the Devil card is just like a really, really scary card. A lot of times people think the Devil card is the villain. Maturing is realizing that the Devil card is not the villain. I'm kidding, but no, the Devil card definitely gets a bad rep within tarot, or should I say in the realms of people that are learning tarot, because they're kind of intimidated by it. Same thing with like the Death card. A lot of times there are certain cards that people are really intimidated by, and they hear the name of it and they automatically think, oh my god, the worst of the worst is happening, when in reality it's just not really the worst situation happening. It's just more of like redirecting your brain to realize that it's just for your elevation and it's for your redirection, right? So the overall energy of the Devil card, it's talk about raw desires, temptations, bad habits, and restrictions, okay? With the Devil card, when you get it in a reading, it has a lot of the energy of like, you are in control of your life, okay? You have played a part in your life, and I'm saying you very casually. Like, you could be the person asking the question, you're the asker. You could be the person doing the reading for somebody else, and you're like not there yet, so you're like just practicing a little bit of how to interpret the energies for yourself or for other people. But that's what I'm saying, you, but it's not particularly like you. Like, it's just whatever the situation is. It's mostly for the asker, okay? The person that's asking the question, and this card comes out and to help clarify the spread, right? So the overall energy is like raw desires, temptations, bad habits, and restrictions, okay? And when you get the Devil card in a reading, it's really, this is one of the cards that I really like to focus on, whether it comes out upright and reverse. We're going to get into reversals and upright in a minute, and like their definitions, or excuse me, not their definitions, but like the energy, right? I do like to say, just to clear it up, sometimes some people, other tarot practitioners and readers, it's all like whatever your preference is, okay? You know, because tarot is a spiritual tool, and some people use it differently, right? So some people don't read reversals at all. Some people think that reversals are just completely negative. I'm more in the gray area. I think reversals should be read, and I also think that reversals aren't necessarily negative or uprights are positive. It's more so like reversals are for the actor to internalize their question and recognize what is it that they're doing in regards to the spread, right? Like how it's affecting like their question, how it's affecting essentially their life, because that's what they're asking a question. But when you get the Devil card in a spread, this is one of the cards, as I mentioned earlier, that I really like to focus on whether it comes out upright or reversal, because it can paint a clearer picture of what spirit is trying to convey and tell us, that we can communicate to the person asking the question, okay? For upright, it's really, the Devil card is really focusing on your shadow self, your bad habits, and by you, like I said, the asker, the shadow self, bad habits, attachment, codependent, because this particular deck interpreted the Devil card a little bit different, but in like a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, or a lot of tarot decks that I've seen that have like the artistic style, the Devil card has like the devil with, and he has a male and a female chained up. You see, where do we also see a male and a female connected? We see it in the Lovers card, right? The Lovers card, definitely go back and check out this playlist. Everything is nicely organized for you, so you can follow from episode 1 to now. But the Lovers card is a card about choices. It's about opportunities. It's about recognizing like how do you bring out something in each other, you know? When you get the Devil card in reading, it wants you to really focus on your choices, but on the choices that you partake in that are not really affecting your life, right? Or choices that you have done that have negatively impacted your life. Because sometimes there's a difference between, especially in a reading where you'll get it, where like there's certain cards that will portray like, hey, this is just stagnant energy, and then this is just negative energy. Stagnant energy, one can argue that it is negative energy, but it's just manifested differently, okay? So the Devil card is one of those cards that really likes to portray like you have choices, you have played a part in your current predicament of life. So it's about your shadow self, attachment, being codependent, because remember there was the male and the female there, so, and they're chained up typically, you know, in this tarot deck too, like the swan is chained up, you know. So it's like, how are your bad habits holding you back? How is your addiction holding you back? The Devil card also in a reading can also represent sexuality, hypersexuality. Like it could be more about a lust situation than love, if you're asking about a love question or your asker. In regards to codependent and addiction, like say in like a topic of career, and you get the Devil card in a reading, it could really highlight for you like how you're not being treated properly, or you're not being a nice person in the workplace, or this workplace is holding you back, and you know that, and you know you have grown, and you know you have grown this paycheck, and you want to move something better, but you're too codependent on it because it's what you feel like you deserve. But that's just some interpretations about like how the devil can come up in a reading, right, for certain topics. I just mentioned those topics because sometimes there are some tarot cards that I previously have done videos on that have an energy that is it's pretty consistent regardless of the topic, where the devil card, I feel like, is one of those cards that it really like paints a clear picture in a reading regardless of the topic. I just think that the devil card specifically, the way to interpret the messages in a reading really like hone in on whether it's upright or reversal. So that was upright, right? Like, remember, the devil card is like similar to choices, but these are choices that you are making, not necessarily external choices. Like, these are choices that you are making that are holding you back from progressing in life. Like, why, like, the devil card in reading is really highlighting like the toxicity of a situation and the fact that things need to get, that there's choices here, but it could be like that it's not, they're not the right choices. Could be. And then when the devil card comes up in reverse, it's a lot of releasing limiting beliefs, detachments, and negative thoughts. Okay, so this is where I say that reversals in from how I've done my craft. I've been reading for people for years, for clients. It's really more so of a switch of, instead of focusing externally, more internally. How are you showing up for yourself? How are you doing the shadow work? How is it reflecting in your reading? So when you get the devil card in reverse, it's really focusing on internal aspects, like. And I feel like that's also kind of interesting too, because I feel like the devil card is a card that's very it's a very internal card. Like, it's focusing on you type of thing. Like, it's gonna focus on your energy in your life type of thing. But in regards to releasing limiting beliefs, detachment, and negative thoughts, it's like it's really honing in on releasing. Like, it's kind of you already doing, remember how I said for upright it's about your shadow self? When it's in reverse, it's really focusing on you taking the initiative to do the shadow work. Okay, you know, ever heard that saying where you love your demons, you become friends with your demons? That's what the devil card in reverse energy is giving off in a reading. Okay, you are breaking those bad habits, you are analyzing, you are acknowledging to begin with those bad habits, and you're releasing them. Okay, you're like, you know what, this was something that helped me in this job, or this was something that helped me in that relationship that I'm not in anymore, and I'm releasing that. Okay, that was the coping mechanism that I don't need anymore. Like, that was just an example for like somebody asking for like a love or career question, right? And they get the devil in reverse. But then it's also focusing on indicating like a breakthrough for yourself. You know, you are doing the shadow work, the person is doing the shadow work, the person is realizing like that the people that are around them are not their friends. If they're asking for like a friend reading, or if they're asking like what's going on with their friends in their circle, you know, the card in reversal is really focusing on releasing those limiting beliefs and detaching yourself from those negative thoughts. Okay, the devil card in reverse is one of those really, I would say it's one of those cards that have a really positive connotation, because it really focuses on you acknowledging the shadow work that you've done or that you're attempting to start and you're working towards, so that way you can break yourself from the toxic habits and toxic patterns and codependency that you have. Okay, so when you get the devil card in a reading, especially when it's in topic of like love, a lot of people refer to the devil card for a really like clear indicator on their relationship, like a romance, love topic, because the devil card is kind of one of those cards that it's gonna paint a very clear picture for you. When you get it upright or reverse, it doesn't matter. But when the topic of love, it's coming up in a reading, it's really focusing on like the external of like how people are treating you, sexuality, lust over love, and all that stuff, versus reversal of like, how is this person making you feel? How is this person actually treating you? So when you get the devil card in reverse, it's definitely kind of like a positive breakthrough, because you're doing that internal work, and so it's really focusing on the asker to acknowledge the internal work and energy that they have in regards to whatever topic that. Anyway, and so to finalize this, as I always end up my videos, I always end with a ruling element and a ruling planet. As mentioned before, the devil card is linked with the zodiac sign Capricorn, and that ruling element is Earth, and the ruling sign is Saturn. So Big Daddy Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And ancient astrology too was actually Aquarius, so there's some similarities between those sister signs, those neighboring signs there. But Aquarius is also modernly acknowledged to be ruled by Uranus. But that's beside the point. We're talking about Capricorn and the Devil card here. And to finalize this video for my very beginner tarot readers that want a simple yes, no, or maybe so, it's a no. I'm pretty sure that kind of was obvious that the Devil card it's a blatant no. Whether you get it upright or in reverse. Upright is telling you no because there's some toxic, bad behavior, there's just some bad luck, bad judo, whatever you want to call it. And then in reverse, it's also like, it's not the best time because you're working on yourself. So this is not the time for you to possibly fall back into bad habits and patterns, okay? So, but that's like, like I said, in your reading, I'm pretty sure that energy, if you understand, it's like, it's gonna come up where you're gonna, spirits are gonna talk to you very clearly. Like, you're gonna hear the messages that you need to hear, you're gonna see them, you're gonna smell them, whatever it is that you are. Like, I'm clairaudient, so I hear things. It's like, sometimes light comes in my head literally as music, but, you'll know when you're reading and you're practicing more and more. You're like, okay, this is the basis of this card, I understand it. Now you're pulling your spread and you're like, okay, these other cards, okay, it's creating a clear picture, I understand it. So don't be too hard on yourself, Moonies, okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. Break that toxic constructive criticism, or you being your own bully. Break that. So, but anyway, this concludes today's episode 15 of the Devil card. I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. Thank you guys so much for coming back and watching this video. Following on with the series means so much more to me than you guys would ever know. I truly appreciate you guys. I truly love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. If you guys would be so kind to just leave a like and a comment down below. Comment whatever, comment an emoji. You can comment the devil emoji, the Capricorn emoji, whatever the case may be. A like and a comment are definitely super appreciated, and as well as you subscribing if you're interested. And definitely if you also kind of like my vibe or just want to talk to me and you are looking for specific content, drop it in the comment section. Let me know. I'm just doing this tarot series right now and we're already on episode 15, so I'm only gonna go up to the 22 cards. So after that, I'm really going to be focusing on pick a card readings, pile readings, and a whole bunch of other readings and just overall witchy content. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. I am also getting a whole bunch of new tarot decks in, so stay tuned. But definitely, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much for being here with me. It means more to me than you know. You guys are the absolute best. I love you guys so much. Go thrive, Moonies. Bye.